you guys introduce yourself?
My name is Ashley Bazalar Arroyo.
I'm Anna Sottile.
And can you tell me a bit about your documentary, Sottile?
This documentary is 6-minute documentary about Anna Sottile's family and Anna Sottile's business. It's about how her family came from Italy to Canada. They opened up a grocery store and they brought a lot of community to 421 Vaughan Road. And now Anna carries that same legacy over with her business and just bringing other things in that area that is very much positive and just brings everybody together. I don't know if you want to say anything else.
Yeah, to me, it's first of all, it's an honor to my own family and our story, and it's also the story of every immigrant, and it's a beautiful story of reinvention about people that, from whatever culture that imagine a better life for themselves and for their families, and they embark on that journey.
Can you explain to the viewers a little bit what your guys' relationship is?
We met on a production. She was the art director, I was her art assistant, and from there we got along really, really well. I got to learn a lot about Anna and she got to learn a lot about me, and obviously over the years we've gotten closer just by working on TLN Productions. And I guess how the documentary came about was we were having lunch together and we both spoke on our family's life stories, and I just remember being really captivated by Anna's family's life story and how, they opened up a grocery store, how they all lived upstairs, and how, it was a family of 8 that kind of came together. They had the grocery store, and from there, that still stood to my mind, and how she also ended up going back to that same place living, and how productions are still being produced on that same very site. And just the history that came with that very same space, and what will come of, I guess, the future of it. But yeah, that's how I guess we got started.
Yeah, that's about it. Ashley got in touch with me one day and said, she wanted to do this documentary about me and my family, and I was like, really? Wow. Was totally honored and was thrilled that she wanted to do it. And then she brought together this great crew of students from Sheridan College, and you guys all put your heart and soul into it.
Can you tell me a bit more in depth about what you felt when Ashley approached you with this idea, and sort of what this documentary means to you, and how it feels to have this place that you've grown up in and lived your whole life in displayed in this manner?
Yeah, for me, at first I was surprised. I was like, wow, somebody wants to tell my story. But then I was touched because one, my family story gets to be told, and we remember them like most immigrants. My family came here with nothing, and they created these beautiful lives for us, and didn't ask for anything in return, only that we remember their stories. And so I'm thrilled and touched that people want to remember their stories, and that Ashley wants to tell their story.
Mm-hmm. And I think I will say that I know I've overheard a few people say some of these stories get really repetitive, but it's an experience that is very individual, and it's also very good to kind of hear about and learn, because again, every experience is very different, even though again it sounds very repetitive to some, but it's we're all humans, we all go through a bunch of different things, and every experience is it's very personal, and I think those stories are very very, very meaningful, and to me again they're very meaningful, and it's we get to learn a lot about one another, and we get to create that empathy, and I think that's what brings connection. So that's why I felt really connected with Anna's family story, and I wanted people to kind of, either take away something from it or just learn something from it, because again, it's we're all humans, and we all deserve to know where it is that we come from, or where certain things are developed from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and it's beautiful that it's a beautiful message that no matter where you come from or the situation you come from, you can change your life and you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah, it's like what you were saying. It's a story that anyone can relate to, but it's very personalized to Anna. And one thing that I really liked about this doc is it's not just Anna sort of sitting in front of a camera, giving a talking head and talking. And while there is voiceover narration, we see Anna cooking and living in the space. And can you talk to me a bit about what your creative choices were in regards to capturing her interview and what Anna talks about in the documentary?
I know with my creative process with the documentary was I wanted to pay a lot of homage to her family. Some of them are no longer with us, but I really wanted to pay a lot of tribute to them and what it meant for them to like start a new life in Canada and what it meant for like, you know, someone like Anna growing up to see their parents or family members, you know, work and, you know, work their best to, you know, create a happy life for them, but also again there was struggle. So I really wanted to capture, you know, what was that's still like it's really sad to say, but like really like that's still lingering around but still present. So that was a lot of like my creative vision for it, where I want these people to feel alive in that very space and that they're still like really with us, connected. And you know, I hope like future generations like still feel connected with those same very people that, you know, started that space. And even with Anna and even like with us, the crew members that worked on the film and people that have been invited to that same very space to, I guess, feel that, I guess, sense of home, that there is like, you know, like we're all together, united. It doesn't matter where we come from. If we are family or not, I think we're all united in some way. So, yeah.
And one thing that I loved about what Ashley did and what all of you did was using all of these memories that I had. Like, I've got tons of photographs and we've got old videos and all the kinds of memorabilia that I've kept that has been in my family for decades and decades. And you guys used all of those things and somehow wove them all into this beautiful story. So that was great to see too. And it was neat to see her vision for that. And then you guys all brought it together. It was great.
Yeah, I think my absolute favorite part about the documentary is how it incorporates the Super 8mm footage of Anna's family from way back in the day. Can you talk to me a bit about how the process of incorporating that into the documentary and what that was like?
From the very start, I really wanted to go very experimental on, you know, Anna's family story. And then once I touched base with Anna on how she had the digitalized 8mm film, that honestly helped a lot, because in my vision, it was a lot, like I want to do a lot of film incorporation. And so we took a look at the 8mm film, and yeah, there was like a lot to go through, but we were able to, like, our video editor was able to like grab little inserts of little things to like try to, you know, make the story fit and really capture what it is that like Anna's family, like, you know, created back in the day, because there's not that many photographs or anything like that. So I think we did like in our best like ability to try and capture like what it was back then. And it was honestly so cool to see, because obviously I wasn't born around that time. So again, yeah, it was just fascinating to see like the before and after of like what that place looked like. And honestly just hearing again stories of like Anna's family, like how kind and generous they were, and just the time back then, like that's completely different to what it is now. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's amazing.
What did it feel like reliving all those memories while going through that?
It was emotional. It was very nostalgic to see all of it brought together. Like, obviously, I have all of those individual elements in my life. I have all these pictures. I have the digitized 8mm. I have all this memorabilia. But to see it all come together sort of brought everyone to life again for me. So it was very touching to see that.
That's beautiful. And last question, if there's one thing that you want viewers to take away after watching the film, what would you want it to be?
for me, it's always remember the people that came before you, and remember that we don't exist in isolation, that we're here because someone else made a sacrifice, someone else took a giant leap, and to always remember those people that brought us here, and tell their stories and talk to them. If there's old people in your life, like, talk to them, hear their stories, know their stories, because one day they won't be here, and they have experiences that we've never lived. And so for me, that would be it.
I mean, I think I agree with Anna. I feel like in a world where everything is very digital-like, there's a lack of connection with individuals. So I feel like, you know, you can connect with it or not, like that is completely fine. But if you are able to take away from something, I think that, like, my job here has been done. But again, stories like, you know, the immigrant experience really matter. Every story is unique to every single person. And I think that although people think that it's very repetitive or we've seen it before, again, it's like every story is completely different. And as long as you, like, really incorporate empathy and really just, like, sit down and just listen to somebody speak about what it is that they've gone through or what their parents have gone through, you can take a lot from it. And again, just building that connection with that human connection that I think that is very lacking in this world today. I think, like, that is honestly the best thing. And then again, just other themes as well, whether it's family or friends or even, like, friendships, like, just as long as that just sits with you and, like, you can think about and, like, again, and just incorporate into your life, like, that's honestly, like, the best thing in the world. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. If you want to check out Sottile, it's screening September 24th at CrowdPicks Film Fest Oakville. Hopefully I can see you guys there, and you can see Ashley and Anna there too.
Yes. For sure. We'll be there.